Hello you guys, it's Elise. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, thank you so much for stopping by, and if you are not new, then of course welcome back to my channel. It has been a very long time since I've actually sat down and done a sit down talking video, but it is time. Okay, I did one of these a couple of months ago when I finished my first trimester, so of course I wanted to jump back on here and do a second trimester update for you guys. Girl, sit down, okay? I got a lot of things to unpack about my experience with the second trimester. Obviously, take everything that I say with a grain of salt because 1, I'm not a doctor, 2, I'm not a professional, and 3, we're all different. Everyone is different, okay? Every pregnancy is different, every woman carries differently, every woman experiences different things. So grab a snack and let's go ahead and get into my second trimester recap. Alright you guys, so if you are just now getting into the second trimester pregnancy, or if you've just left the second trimester of your pregnancy, then that means that you've gone through 13 weeks of your pregnancy all the way through the end of week 27 of your pregnancy. In translation, at the very end of your second trimester, you should be about 6.5 months pregnant. Right now, at the moment that I am recording this video, I am 28 weeks pregnant, meaning I just got out of the cusp of the second trimester. I've just entered the third trimester of my pregnancy. So personal events that took place for me, and this is not going to be for everybody, but personal events that took place for me in my second trimester of pregnancy was I had a little gender reveal that my sisters and my family threw for me, which was really, really nice. I actually discovered in that I am having another little girl. If you don't already know, I have a daughter, so this is going to be my second daughter, so really, really excited about that. I also had my baby Sprinkle, which was really, really sweet. I got to see so many of my close friends and family. It was really intimate and small. It was perfectly done, and again, my sisters and my family threw that for me. It was a nice little surprise. I will insert little videos and clips of those moments here. If you did not check out my gender reveal vlog, there's a whole video on it. So I won't even insert pictures here or any of that because there's a whole nother YouTube video on it. I will link it up here on an iCard for you guys. So obviously both of those events took place while I was in my second trimester. Now, if you have not watched my first trimester recap, then I definitely suggest that you go watch that because that's going to be kind of like the starting point to this one. So definitely catch up on that one first. However, if you've already seen it, you already know that I was in the trenches for the first trimester. It is no secret. I really went through it. You know, morning sickness, extreme fatigue, literally no appetite, you know, the glories of the first trimester. And real quick disclaimer, I'm not even gonna apologize for being TMI. This is a pregnancy video, so please know we're gonna talk about bodily fluids. We are going to talk about the woman's body. We are going to talk about all those things. So please, if it makes you uncomfortable, you probably shouldn't be watching this, okay? So yeah, jumping into the second trimester of my pregnancy at 13 weeks. If I had to describe the second trimester in one word or several words, it would be a breath of fresh air. That's literally how I would describe it. Why? Because I felt so defeated. I think that's the best way to put it. I felt so defeated in the first trimester of pregnancy. I would be praying every day like, God, if this is how I'm going to spend the 9 months of this pregnancy, this is gonna be a hard time. Like, I don't know I'm gonna do this. Like, I don't know I'm gonna do this. Like, I was really fighting for my life in the first trimester of pregnancy. So, you know, jumping into the second one, I really do feel like it was a breath of fresh air because I feel like I instantly got myself back. A shift from like 12 to 13 weeks. At 12 weeks, I was still like vomiting, morning sickness. I was constantly feeling the nausea and all that. And then 13 and a half weeks, I instantly started being able to digest my food better. I had a little bit better appetite. And I just felt like I got myself back. So yeah, in the second trimester, I definitely did not have any morning sickness. I didn't throw up at all throughout the second trimester, which is such a blessing because I know that some women go through it the whole entire 9 months, which I really do feel for you because I really thought that was going to be me for a second, so I was very scared. So not such a fun symptom of the second trimester, but I got a lot of leg cramps, or what you would call a Charlie horse. I don't know why, but it almost felt like it was happening pretty occasionally. Almost every morning I would get a Charlie horse. You know when you would just wake up and you just naturally stretch your body when you wake up in the morning? Every time I would stretch, it was like my leg, it would get like this instant cramp and it'd be like every morning. According to Google here, leg cramps affect almost half of all pregnant women. It may have to do with changes in blood circulation and stress on your leg muscles from carrying the extra weight. So that makes a whole lot of sense to me. I mean, there you have it, folks. So yeah, I started experiencing a lot more leg cramps, so it does make sense because I am a lot heavier now. I didn't really feel any of that in the first trimester, but right now I'm almost afraid that morning stretch, and it's involuntary, right? You just wake up naturally, you just start to just like stretch your body out and just like shake off that like sleepy feeling. And I almost feel like traumatized to do that because I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to get a cramp. And now that I'm in the 3rd trimester, I'm starting to notice it literally happens every day. So in the 2nd trimester, it would happen, like it would scatter, and then like towards the end of the 2nd trimester, it was happening like every other day. And now that I'm in my 3rd trimester officially, I feel like it's happening every morning. So I'm gonna have to circle back at the end of this trimester, the 3rd trimester, and let you know how much it continues to happen. But yeah, let me know if you guys are experiencing or have experienced in your pregnancies constant Charlie horses or leg cramps, because I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued to know how many of us are experiencing this. Round ligament pain. I really wish I didn't know what that felt like. So if I had to describe a round ligament pain, it feels like a sharp stabbing, kind of like a muscle spasm. And I noticed that round ligament pains would usually happen, like it usually happens in the belly or in the lower belly area, for me at least. And it would happen a lot like when I would do a sudden movement, right, with no real, I guess, warning to my body, like a sudden big cough, a sudden sneeze, a sudden move, like when I would just get up out of the bed without just easing myself out of the bed, and I would just like try to get up, you know, because I have this tendency, and I know a lot of us do, to just want to do things quickly and just move as quickly as we used to. But then we forget that we're pregnant now, we're carrying a lot more weight now, and we need to be a lot more gentle on our bodies. And that was something that I've had to kind of ease myself into and get used to, because I'm really quick with just doing things quickly, and then it's like my body's like, wait, girl, like you need to slow down. I did get my first official pregnancy cold in the 2nd trimester, and that wasn't fun at all.
Wow, I have never felt more beautiful. So I have a cold, but the problem is, being pregnant, you can't really take any medication for it. At least I can't. Like, I can't take the NyQuil, stuff that I typically take whenever I have a cold. So I've just been having to take Tylenol, which really does nothing for me, and like teas, like natural remedies. I'm here sitting with a vapor inhaler just to like get my sinuses open, because I'm so stuffy I can't even breathe. It is about to be 4 in the morning. I haven't slept. It's been a rough couple days, and I definitely don't recommend getting a cold while you're pregnant. This is great.
So I did get my first pregnancy cold around 18-19 weeks of pregnancy. Obviously, you do what you need to do, and you do whatever's safe and whatever your doctor recommends that you need to do for yourself in your pregnancy. But for my pregnancy, I didn't feel comfortable medicating, because I was like, okay, I don't know if it's safe for me to take this, so I don't want to chance it. So I tried to do just a lot of really natural things and not really medicate. So that was really difficult. I would fight a regular cold and be done with it in about, 5 days to a week tops. I went through that cold for a good 2.5, almost 3 weeks. And I'm talking at night, I couldn't breathe, super stuffy, lots of phlegm, like hawking up a lung, like left and right. I did take a couple different tests to make sure I was ruling everything out, but it was just a basic cold, y'all, and I was going through it. So not fun at all. I had a lot of random little headaches. It almost felt like they wanted to be migraines, but they weren't as intense as migraines. Just a lot of really pressure headaches, and I noticed it would be like headaches on one side of my head. Like my left side would really be ringing and hurting me, or my right side, like it would be really annoying, tedious little headaches. I don't know what the cause of them was, but I just noticed that they were pretty frequent. Nosebleeds as well. It would never be in both nostrils at the same time, but it would be one nostril was like literally profusely bleeding, and the other one would be fine. So I couldn't explain what the cause of that was. So my nose wasn't really dry at all. I happened to have a lot of nosebleeds through the 2nd trimester. You guys, I went for my anatomy scan in the 2nd trimester, which was really, really nice. I actually had in total 3 anatomy scans, because the first 2 ended up not working out because the baby just wouldn't stop moving. So they kept having to send me back until the 3rd time they finally got what they needed. But it was pretty funny now that I think about it. At the time I was like, girl, please stay still so they can get what they need. But I kept having to go back because baby girl just wasn't having it. She's a runner, she's a track star. She wanted to dodge them every time. But yeah, I did finally get a good anatomy scan. You guys, the pelvic pressure has been on 10. All of it makes sense. Obviously the baby's bigger, it's heavier now, and it's just been weighing on me. I feel like my belly does sit a little bit lower, so I feel a lot of pressure down in my pelvic area. I feel a lot of spreading. I feel a lot of tension down there, pressure, and it's not necessarily a good time. But I know that it's something that a lot of us feel, especially through pregnancy. I know it's a very normal symptom, but it was something that I really had to get used to. Let's talk about nips. I don't know about you, but I definitely got the pepperoni mama nips for sure. Actually, fun fact, and I don't know how true this is, but don't hold me to it, but it does make a whole lot of sense. But I've read many times that the reason for the color change, especially the drastic color change with nipples, is due to the fact that helps the baby, because they don't have the best sight, see the focal point of where they need to feed through. So I thought that was really interesting, and it actually does kind of make sense. And if that is the case, how crazy is it that our body kind of just starts to change and adjust to accommodate our baby? All right, so I am still pretty moody in the second trimester, still pretty hormonal, still very emotional, not like me at all. I am a pretty damn good Aquarius, if I say so myself, meaning I'm not a huge crier. If I do cry, I don't like people to see me cry. But yeah, I'm a crier right now. I'm very much a crier. Okay, say anything the wrong way, you definitely hurt my feelings. I'm definitely gonna cry about it. It's where we're at right now. As far as cravings go, I haven't had as many cravings as I did in the first trimester. Like, I'm talking, I wanted Wendy's late at night. I wanted fish sandwiches left and right. I wanted Taco Bell. I wanted pickles, and I don't even like pickles. I wanted sweet, sour, and savory at the same time. Probably where I threw up as much as I did. In the second trimester, I want to say that's pretty much leveled out. I have a craving here and there, but nothing like in the first trimester, because in the first trimester I was craving something different every single day. Oh, lightning crotch. Lightning crotch started happening towards like 23 weeks, and it happened and it really just stopped me dead in my tracks. It happened maybe twice, so it hasn't happened a whole much, but I am reading that lightning crotch is something that is very common in the third trimester. If you don't know what lightning crotch is, let me enlighten you. It's a sharp shooting pain in the vagina, rectum, or pelvis. Do I need to explain more? It's honestly the worst, okay? If it ever happens to you, just take a seat. Take a seat, because that's all you can do. When that happened to me, I just remember being like, what was that? Because it just feels like a sharp shooting pain right in your lady parts, and you're like, what? 0 out of 10. I do not recommend. Baby movements, you guys. I finally feel the baby, and it's like such a prominent, beautiful thing. I look forward to feeling my baby every single day. She's most active when I'm sitting at work and at night, of course. I feel like it's like a normal thing for all moms to say that the baby is the most active at night. It's definitely the case with me. Most times she actually doesn't let me sleep. She keeps me up, and she loves to tickle my bladder, which I don't love, but she does. So yeah, definitely something that's really, really beautiful and fun to look forward to in the second trimester. Increased bathroom trips, that's a no-brainer. That's just, it comes with the territory. Okay, you want to be pregnant? Get ready to pee 700 times a day, which leads me to the fact that because I'm peeing a lot more in the middle of the night means I'm not getting as much sleep at night. So yeah, you know, I very seldomly get really, really good sleep these days, mostly because I have to wake up so much to pee in the middle of the night. It's not the peeing that keeps me up, it's definitely the discomfort. My pregnancy pillow has come in so clutch. I seriously don't know what I'd do without her. At first, I felt like it was the most uncomfortable thing. I was like, I can never sleep with this thing. It's massive. It just takes over the whole entire bed. And now I will literally throw a fit. I will throw a fit if it's not with me throughout my sleeping. I just need it. Okay, it's at that point. Even with my pregnancy pillow, I'm still not getting a full night of sleep, but it just does help ease me, and it definitely makes me a lot more comfortable. If you don't have one, you need one. Like, you just need a pregnancy pillow. Go ahead and do a bump date at 28 weeks, meaning the very end of my second trimester, beginning of my third trimester. I'm gonna probably try to find my first trimester video and just put them side by side to see how much I've grown. Push the camera back a little. And here is where we're at. I feel very massive. Very massive. Alright, you guys, and that is going to complete this second trimester recap video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you have any pregnancy symptoms that I didn't name in this video, I think it'd be fun if you'd leave me a comment, let me know things that you're experiencing. I love chatting with you guys in my comment section, so please feel free to let me know things that you're feeling, or if you are experiencing any of the things that I've experienced. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.